bracket x equals 0 plus x equals 0, 1 plus x equals 0, 2, bracket, plus bracket x equals 0 plus x equals 0, 1, bracket, equals bracket x equals 0, 4, bracket. Whereas when you do a decimal point, then it makes it a whole unit. And to do a fraction, then it drops down in an infinite number sequence that would go from 9 to 8, like 9 infinite, 8 infinite, 7 infinite, 6 infinite, 5 infinite, 4 infinite, and so forth, right down to the 0.1 infinite. And then when you get to 0.0 infinite, like infinity, then a second infinity were to take place as another decimal point. Blank space is nothing. 0 is a number in Arabic sequence of counting. For instance, 0.5 times 0.5 equals 0.5 to the power of 5. This keeps multiplication fairly intact. You just have to make the adjustment with the additional counted unit of 0 as a placement. And cutoff numbers are whole units of numerical value. Decimals show where infinite fractions start at the whole unit measured, seen as examples of infinite fractions in sequence of counting Arabic numbers past the initial infinite. But if we're to drop down to a 0, so it's all zeros, and then it's a whole unit, so it's a 9, or still a beginning placement, so it has a value either way. So this is why we have to do a fractal of infinity on it that also angles it a little bit, so we have a little bit more sculpting room with these numbers. When we're talking about after 0, then we have blanks. Blank, decimal point 9 infinity, down to decimal point 88 infinity, down to decimal point 777 infinity, and so on, all the way down to decimal point 000. And then we do a fraction after the infinity, which would be like 99, but just 99, and then down to 88, down to 77. And so it's from the decimal point infinity 0 to the fraction of, say, 00, then we go to infinite. So decimal point, blank, 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 then infinity with a fraction, the 99, and then it goes down. As fractions go, the blank decimal point, blank, 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 infinity, fraction 88, and all the way down to infinity fraction 00, where then we go decimal point, blank, 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 infinity fraction equals 00, or the fraction of even blank, blank. So remember, before 0 is blank, blank for nothing because it's a sequential. Blank is nothing. That blank as nothing doesn't need to be shown as a symbolic blank unless infinite numbered fractions are being used.